7:12, a legal battle between the city of Philadelphia and the homeless encampments on the Parkway and Ridge Avenue. And of course, we were out there yesterday morning because you know that the city put out a note saying that they had to leave by 9 a.m. So we were there live at 9 a.m. And this is what it looked like leading up to that moment.
Yeah, and some folks, young people who were there to guard the encampment in case the police or even the National Guard came by to clear it out. And they were practicing confrontations. It was interesting to watch. So apparently there is a hearing scheduled for tomorrow after the first deadline for the camp to move came and went. Of course, there was another deadline. It was in July. The city had posted notice to close the encampments yesterday at 9 a.m., but camp leaders filed an injunction. Mayor Jim Kenney says the eviction is still imminent, but he is giving 2 council members more time to meet with camp leaders to come up with a solution.
Removing the encampment is not going to disappear homeless people. We need to make sure that we have real solutions.
Well, Attorney Joe Marrone joins us now. Joe, good to see you.
Hey, how are you guys? How you doing?
Okay, now
Good morning.
who are the 5 that filed this injunction?
So it's the representatives of the encampment group filed on behalf of the group under the federal laws saying that their rights are being violated, their right specifically to protest, utilizing or couching the Black Lives Matters theme, along with they're saying their inequality to have fair housing. And it's a justifiable argument along with the right to maintain their property. These are federal rights that they have, and they're now in federal court.
They have the right to protest, and so there's no time limit on how long that protest goes on?
Well, there is a time limit. They say they're protesting because they're not being treated fairly to get proper housing. That's a justifiable argument, and it gets them in the federal court. The problem is what's happening around with these encampments, what it's doing to the community. Plus, it's very unhealthy. It's very unsafe, both to them and to the local community members. So the judge is going to have to hear that out and decide what to do next. Now, the city's been very active in this, trying to negotiate with them to help them get housing, but there's been an impasse.
Yeah, the mayor said that they've been trying to discussing at least 20 items that they decided to work with them on, but there is more that they would like. When it comes to the city's position, then, can the city actually move them out? Legally, can they do that?
Yes, the city can move them out. What's happening now is the judge has basically stayed that ability to do that pending a hearing tomorrow. He has not issued a restraining order, or basically a TRO, preventing the city for a period of time. But it'll be interesting to see what happens, because this group has some power, and they have whoever's behind this legally on behalf of this group is actually pretty smart. And they've taken this legal right now and using it as a tactic. But the problem the city has is they do have housing. It's just not adequate. They need help from the state and federal governments, and they can't get it. So maybe that will help that happen. I don't know. But the question is going to be for this judge, what does he do? If he leaves them there, what kind of effect does it have on the community? And what could the city do immediately to help get these people some proper housing?
So in other words, it's up to a judge. The mayor can't jump over the judge.
Well, the mayor cannot stop the judge from letting them stay there if the judge is saying you can't use your city powers to remove them. But at some point, the judge has to make a decision. So he's going to hear testimony tomorrow from those residents in the camp and probably residents surrounding the area that are being also harmed. And that's going to be the balance and decision. In the meantime, he's hoping that he can negotiate or have somebody negotiate with the city to try to straighten the problem.
Well, the rumor on the street is it's going to be cleared out early tomorrow morning, but that's not going to happen before a hearing then, right?
No, and I think they don't want to do that because they're worried about violence and other problems such as that. And there's 150 people down there.
Okay. Well, we will be watching and we will see. Thank you for your insight, Joe Marrone.
Always, guys. Good seeing you.
Good to see
Hope
you,
everybody's
Joe.
well.
Hope you're doing
well. Good to see you. You got it.
Obviously, we'll have a camera out there tomorrow morning to see what goes down.